Hi, welcome to the podcast. I'm Philippa. Today, I am going to talk about aging. Now, it's not, yes, of course, I'm in my 50s, I'm aging, but it's not really about me aging into my 50s. It's more about how we move from our 20s to our 30s to our 40s to our 50s, how we move through our life and we get older as we do that. So it's about aging in general, and how, really how things change for us as we age. And I really want to, I suppose, I am 53. I'm talking about it from my point of view, but it's sort of hopefully intended to be about the wider concept of aging. And the reason that I was thinking about this is that I met a lady on Zoom, so yesterday for the first time, and she said to me, she really felt the need to comment on my appearance, which is really interesting. I mean, it's something I'm trying not to do with other people. But she said to me, she said, "Oh, I know this is Zoom, but your skin is incredible. You really don't look your age." And I'd never really thought about that before, about how my skin might age me and about how people might look at my skin and decide my age from that, which got me thinking about aging in general. And who doesn't like a compliment about how nice their skin is? And I thanked her profusely for that, and then went on to talk about all the things that I don't like about my skin, are actually mainly about my hooded eyes. But I've always had hooded eyes. They've not really got a huge amount worse. I think, those of you who know me know that I can see a huge amount better now, and my glasses aren't as thick. So actually, you lot watching this can see my eyes, and I can see my eyes much more than I've ever been able to see them before, because I used to have really thick glasses. Anyway, I'm kind of digressing, aren't I? But it was just really interesting how this lady obviously had an idea of what a 53-year-old skin would look like. So she said, you don't look your age. Nice for me. But then I have been through a phase with my hair in my 40s. I've been going grey since I was 21, and I've dyed my hair for a long time until I stopped. The first time I stopped was in my 40s, and I can't quite remember when. And I let the grey, it's mainly white now, but the grey white come through, and I really liked it. And then I suddenly got it in my head that it made me look much older than I am, so I started dyeing it again. And then probably about 4 years ago, I decided I was going to let it come through again. But I had my hair cut incredibly short. I mean, we're talking very short. And that's funny. I've just sort of held my fingers up, and I'm used to now recording this for a video, but obviously there's a lot of you who listen on audio. So, when I'm saying like probably number 3, number 2, maybe all over. I mean, I don't know, what's that, an inch long? It was really short. And I kind of liked that because it was sort of a funky hairdo. So it was okay that it was white. And this is my judgment. I'm not saying anybody, it's what anybody else thinks. And then during lockdown, my hair's grown, and now I've got long white hair, which is sort of tinted a little bit purple. But but the point is that I think some people would see me and see the white hair and actually think I'm older than I am. And I think partly we look at the things in other people that we are most bothered about in ourselves, perhaps. Perhaps, I don't know. Do you think there's any truth in that? Don't know, let me know. But I think the reason I wanted to talk about aging today was that, you know, we all have these ideas of, you know, what we want to look like, or what your average 20-year-old looks like, 30-year-old, 40-year-old, 50-year-old, 60-year-old. I don't know whether it's more of a female thing than a male thing. I don't know. What do you think? But it's really interesting how we have these ideas of what, you know, a person at a certain age, you know, might look like, should look like. And then we sort of form our ideas around that person in a way based on what they look like. Whereas, and I'm not saying any of that's wrong, I just think that's what we do. And I wonder whether that almost makes the aging process harder, because we're busy looking at what we think other people will think of us, and almost trying to counter their reaction to us by dyeing our hair, having Botox, having our teeth whitened, having our eyelids lifted, you know, which, you know, thought has occurred to me, and all those things. Whereas actually, I wonder if there is more. Would it be nicer if we could just age into who we are and just be us and have confidence in ourselves as we are, and be happy the way we are and the way we look, so that we don't feel the need to change ourselves? You know, I don't know, am I talking rubbish? You know, just cross my mind sometimes. Or is that actually something that we could embrace more? I would love us all to embrace it more. I think I have only just started to embrace it. Actually, working on Zoom during the pandemic has done me the world of good, because I've got used to looking at myself on screen, and I don't mind it anymore. And so maybe we're more used to thinking about how other people think we look than actually working out how we think we look, and looking at ourselves in the mirror and really appreciating who we are and the good points and the life that we've had, and those lines and the years of joy and laughter and sadness and tears that those lines on our face represent. I just think it might be great if we could be more happy in our own skin the way we are, rather than feeling the need to change it. Because, you know, I'm a really, and this leads me on to another point really, that is actually, you know, in order for us to have a good life and live a good life and have joy and great relationships and, you know, everything that we need in our life, we have everything that we need. We really do. We have the wisdom inside us. No matter how old we are, we have the wisdom inside us. You have the wisdom inside you to know what you need, what you want, what is good for you, what is going to make your heart and soul sing. You do know. You do. But what we tend not to do is listen to that voice, those nudges inside of us that are telling us, that are giving us the information so that we know what we want and what is going to make our heart and soul sing. Partly we're busy living, we're living really busy lives that doesn't give us the time and space to take time to listen. And that's actually why I've started running workshops, actually, to give to give women time to time to dial in and listen to what is going on inside. The other thing is, I do wonder, which is coming back to the first point I made, is I wonder if the reason we don't listen is because we spend more time wondering what other people think and what we should be doing, the actions we're taking, the way we look, all those things. I wonder if we're too busy sort of listening to outside influences rather than tuning in to ourselves. Does this resonate with you? Is that making you think, yeah, that might be me? I'm just really interested if you recognize anything in you, in what I've just said. And is there room for change? Is there room to listen to yourself more? Do you think that will be good for you? I'd really love to hear from you if you think that, I'd love to hear from you whether you agree or disagree with me. I absolutely would love to hear from you if you disagree, because I do wonder whether I'm barking up the wrong tree sometimes. But those things feel really important to me, and I'm wondering if they're important to other people. So yeah, have a think, let me know. And even if you don't let me know, you have a think for you and tune in to what is important for you. And if you want to do that with some support, I'd love you to come to one of my workshops, either in person or online. You can find more details on my website. I also have a course that I take you through over 12 weeks. It's 3 lots of 4 weeks, but 12 weeks in total, to help you dial in and work out those things for yourself. Again, that, if you're interested in that, get in touch. If you can't find dates that work for you, get in touch and let me know that you're interested. But yeah, try that. Try dialing in and seeing what is really important to you. Knowing that actually you have everything you need right inside of you. Okay, that was short and sweet today. Hope it's been useful, and take care, and I'll be back again soon. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Meeting of Minds podcast. You can find this podcast in all the usual places. Please tell your friends, please subscribe, and if you have a moment, I'd be really grateful if you could rate and review, as it helps other people find us and helps me spread the messages of empowerment and positivity that I'm really passionate about. If you want to find out more about me, you can visit my website, www.safeandsupported.co.uk. Until next time, bye.